Hey Vikings, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about runes and specifically issues that people have when it comes to changing gear sets and potentially changing gear sets and then a rune is missing, for example, or being confused why you've got these sets but maybe your gear hasn't got the the gear on. Basically your shaman hasn't got the gear on. So let's start talking about it. So right now I've currently got my killer shaman on, and that's got all my gear on, and it's got obviously killer offense, killer defense, killer health, so on. Now obviously this is for towns, but now obviously I have got sets for Inga, for example, troop training set. So if we go to Inga over here and select it, you'll see that it's missing 4 gear. Now that's because I haven't changed to the actual shaman set. Yes, I might have changed to Igna, but you have to click activate and you have to click the right hand side, the one that specifically says use the metamorphosis item. That will change the gear over to your shaman. It will also change the gems, it will also change the runes. If you was to click this one here, I'm going to show this as an example. Actually no, I won't show it as an example on Inga, but let's show it. I've obviously got my gear on my killer shaman. So let's change to pop gear and I'll show you an example. Now let me just show that if I go to rain over here, rain has nothing on at the moment because I haven't used metamorphosis. So if I go back here, let's go over to change to my pop gear. Now instead of clicking metamorphosis, I'm going to click the shaman set. I can't even speak. The one on the left hand side. Now what this one on the left hand side does is, yes, it takes your gear off your other shaman and puts it on to the shaman you want, but it does not change the gems on the runes, and I'm going to show that now. So I'm going to buy it. There we go. Now look, as you can see, rain is active, but if I look, I've still got my town gear on. I've still got my killer offense and defense and health, and my rune is probably, it's onslaught focused and stuff like that. It's town focused, basically. It's the ones I use for towns. Now if I actually want, my pop gear, so I've got the celestial runes on, I have to click the one on the right hand side. Oh, basically always click the one on the right hand side. Now I will explain something for heroes in a second, but you click the one on the right hand side, you apply it or pay for it if you've not got one, and then obviously yes, you're still on rain, and there you go. It's changed all to celestial runes, and my killer rune, celestial gems, and my killer runes will have changed to the ones that I have specifically for pop fighting. So that basically explains what you have to press. Oh, basically always press the one on the right hand side. The metamorphosis is the one you have to press if you want your runes and your gems to change. And also in the case of a hero, so we'll have a look at hero sets. Now if you look here, I've got Uber Killer Attack, Uber Killer OS, Uber Scouts, Uber Killer Defense, and Uber Melee. Now I've only got my Uber Defense on, which if we look, it's got the extra runes on, which will be health or defense related, and I've got an additional slot of health. So if I wanted to change, let's say I'm setting an OS and I want to change to an OS, I have to click that. Now on this one for hero, again, just think on the right hand side. Now this one doesn't say metamorphosis, but just think, always click the button on the right hand side if you want your gems and runes to change. So if I want my gems and runes to change for killer OS, I would apply that and it would change the gems and runes as well as the skills. Now if I was just wanting to keep the gems and runes on, I just wanting to change the skill set, let's say I'm wanting to change to my Uber Scouts, but I don't really want to use the Scout gem. I'm not bothered about the Scout gem or the Scout runes. I just want to defend a yellow Scout march, for example. Now I would activate this I could change the gems if I click the one on the right side, but obviously eventually that was going to cost me 35 million when I've run out of those 9 current ones. I could just click the one on the left hand side just to change the skills. It will change the skills to be focused for the scouts, but it won't change the gems and runes. Now that is a personal preference, whether you want to change to the gems and runes or you just want to change to the skills, keep whatever gems and runes you've got on, probably for your troop type. That is your choice, so you can click either of them, but if you want to change the gems and the runes, click the one on the right hand side. Same as the shamans, always click the one on the right hand side. So let's talk about one more issue, is what you may find is you may change your gear. Now I currently don't have anything missing, but let's say you've changed your gear and let's say your rune is missing for some reason. One of your rune is missing, but you know you had a rune on it. What's happened? Well, the simple answer is you've used that rune somewhere else. Whether you've used that rune on one of your hero gears or your other shaman gears, you've used that rune somewhere, which means when you change, it's not going to come over because it's being used somewhere else. So basically, if that's the case and you use your metamorphosis, you've changed, but you're still missing one rune, maybe 2 runes, however many runes, that just means you've used those runes somewhere else, which means basically go get more runes, get a new rune, make sure your runes are separate for every shaman set you have, every hero set you have. Just make sure the runes are different, that way you've got no problem, you've got no worries when you do use the metamorphosis to change your gear. You know that the runes are going to be there, you don't have to panic and every time you change gear I'm going to have to go and look, yes I've got the runes on, you know, or no I don't have the runes on. You don't have to panic and look every time. If you know that you've put different runes on, maybe get a notepad, write down what runes on what gear, just so you don't accidentally use that rune. That's an example. You don't actually have to do that, but obviously I suppose if you're a dedicated fighter and you don't want to accidentally screw up your runes on your gear, then that is a good way to do it. But yeah guys, basically I'm just letting you know that that's the issues. Basically always use metamorphosis if you want to change your gems and runes. Obviously on the hero it's called quick change. Basically the right hand side, always press the right hand side. The only time you press the left hand side is if you just wanted to, or for hero you just wanted to change your skills. So like let's say you're melee, currently a melee player, you want to change to scouts but you're not bothered about the runes or the gems, then obviously you'd use the one on the left hand side. But yeah, basically the right hand side is the one you want to use if you wanted to change your gears. Obviously with shaman sets especially, as you can see here I've got 4. I mean I probably could open the other one if I want and make another set. Probably should one day, bit lazy at the moment. But yeah guys, that's basically it. I'm just making sure that everybody does understand. I know a lot of people still ask that question of what button am I supposed to press, what's going on, why am I missing a rune, why are my, like I've got here, my rain set is on. If I go to Sibber, why has he not got any gems on? Well, that's just I've not changed. I've not gone and metamorphosis it over to be on to this guy. So remember, you in most cases, most of you only have one Asgard set, which is why you have these shaman sets, so you can pay 35 million, or if you've got the item you need, the metamorphosis item, obviously you just press that button and bam, change gear and all is good. So yeah guys, hopefully that's cleared up some issues that people have been having. Quite a lot to get through. I don't even know how long this video has been, but yeah guys, click the like button, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.